Hi everyone, it's Arlene from Arlene's Creations, and today I am going to be showing you how I make, or how I'm making I should say, these cute little owl soaps for a bridal shower. The colors of the bridal shower are navy blue, so they wanted a blue owl and with the navy blue ribbon. So the first part of this project is to melt your melt and pour, which I used the white melt and pour, which is the 3 butter, shea butter, cocoa butter, and mango seed butter, which I bought from Wholesale Supplies Plus. And my layers are going to be fragranced with pink grapefruit fragrance oil. They wanted either strawberry or pink grapefruit, but I had pink grapefruit, so that's what I'm using, and it smells very delightful. So now this is the mold. I also got this mold from Wholesale Supplies Plus. And I only bought one because I wasn't sure how it was going to come out. So I'm making 50 of these soaps, so I can only do 3 at a time. Next time I order from there, I'll get a couple more. This way, if I get any more orders for owl soaps, they'll go a little bit faster. So the first thing I did was I colored my white soap and fragranced it. And for this color I used, this is kind of a mess because I've used it so many times. This is brown liquid pigment from Wholesale Supplies Plus. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour the brown, well, it's like a light brown. I'm going to pour it just in the bottom so that it covers the owl. Where's my spray? I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. So I just want the owl to be covered in the bottom. So I'm going to do that to all 3 cavities. And you want to spray your, I have the 91% rubbing alcohol. You want to spray it to get your bubbles out. That's anytime you're using melt and pour soap. Alright, so now that your 3 cavities are filled, we're going to let this set up and dry a little bit till it gets a skin on it. So it's going to take about 15-20 minutes to dry. In the meantime, I have just my white here, which has no color in it, just the fragrance. So I'm going to heat this up in the microwave on 30-second bursts until the whole thing is melted. And then we're going to let this cool down till it gets to about 125, 130 degrees, and then we can pour our second layer. So let me melt this in the mic and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. And these have been sitting, for about maybe 20-25 minutes. As you can see, they're kind of hard. Now I did melt my other melt and pour, which is just white. And the temperature on this is 115, 116, But I'm going to pour it at that temperature, but you can pour it as high as like 131, 132, and it won't melt this second layer, because that's what you want to do. You want to pour it when this is hard, and when the second layer isn't too hot, because otherwise it's going to melt the first. So what you're gonna do, just try to get this out of here. I got a little on the sides. So you want to spray it liberally with your alcohol. I like to do like 4 or 5 squirts. And because these are favors, these are not full-size soaps, I have a black line going up because I'm only making them like 3 ounces instead of the 5 ounces. And I'm just gonna pour and then spray to get the bubbles out, and then continue on the other 2 and pour up to the line and spray the bubbles out, and do this one. Now this actually got a little too cold because you can see the lumps. It starts getting solid again, but it's still fine to use. So now I'm gonna move this over, and this is gonna have to dry for about, I like to dry it for like 2 hours, and it'll be solid. If you want, you can put it in the refrigerator or the freezer for about half hour, and you can pop them out. So as you can see, so once they're totally cool and solid, you're gonna pop them out. So now I'm going to show you how I paint them. Now I have 3 different color micas here, which I got from Mad Oils. So this is called Goldfinger. Then I'm using Twilight. And then I have Hot Man on a Tin Roof. And all these micas are from Mad Oils. And I just threw some in the caps. So how I'm going to paint these is, I'm going to take my paintbrush, and I'm just going to dip it in the mica. I'm not wetting it or anything. Some people like to mix their mica with some glycerin, but I'm not. I'm just putting some on. And I'm going to do the eyes and the beak in the gold. Little, you okay, my monkey? Mommy's almost done, okay? Now Mommy takes you outside. My dog's panting over here. So now I'm just going to blow on it. I don't know if you can see. Do the other one. Put it in the gold mica, wipe some off. I'm still very sick. I went to Florida to my cousin's wedding, and everybody in Florida got sick. My mother had stage 1 pneumonia. We all had the influenza B, flu. The day before the wedding I had 102 fever. So they were, my Aunt Dolores was giving me vitamin C and antibiotics and cough medicine and you name it, alcohol towels on my head. They actually put onions in my mother's socks when she was sleeping because she had such a high fever. So that's something my grandmother used to do. But anyhow, so, and now everybody in Florida is sick, and believe it or not, it lasts about 3 weeks. So whatever the hell we all got, it does not want to go away. So now I'm going to take the darker color and put it on the brush, and I'm just going to do the stump. Or the branch, I should say, whatever this owl is sitting on. Just like that. Yeah, so we got home from the wedding on Tuesday, and then on Sunday, my Aunt Dolores, who we were staying with my Aunt Arlene, which my Aunt Dolores was staying with her because she was helping take care of my Uncle Nat, who was having hip surgery, and she used to be a nurse. So she was helping my aunt out. So when me and my mom stayed at my Aunt Arlene's, we were also there with my Aunt Dolores. And when we left, a couple days later, my Aunt Dolores' grandson, my second cousin, Justin, going to Peru College in Nebraska. He was a football player and going to school to be a chiropractor. Died in a fatal car accident. So the whole family's devastated. He was only 23 years old. Handsome boy. Excellent football player. So sad. I'm still in shock. I can't believe it. I'm just praying for the whole family. Alright, so now, since the theme of the shower is owls and is a navy blue, I'm going to do the blue, which I'm just going to paint on like this. This was one of those fan brushes, because I didn't really have any other bigger brush. So that's why it looks like this, but it does the job. And there you have it. A cute little owl. I have a whole bunch of them here. I have to make 50. I have, I think, only 8 more to do. Or 6 more to do, rather. So I got the 3 getting cold over there. And then I have another 3 to pour. And then I'm done. So I'll show you how I wrap them in a minute. Let me just finish this one. You could do any color that you want. I would start with a beige background like I did. Light brown background. And then you could always do the gold or the brown or white on the feathers. You could do black for the eyes. You could really do it however you want. But, alright. So, now to wrap them, anytime I do glycerin soaps, or melt and pour soaps as they call it, I always wrap them airtight with saran and then in the cello bag. Well, my cutter broke. So what I do is, now I'm just checking the soap to make sure that there's no little hairs from the paintbrush on it, because I was wrapping one and I saw one of the little hairs came off. So now I'm just going to put that down flat. Get my scissors. And just wrap it tight like that. And it's it's nice and airtight again. Just pull a little saran. Stick the soap on. I do have the shrink wrap system to do my soaps, but I don't feel like using it. I only have 50. If I had like 100 or 200 of these to make, then I would, but 50, I'm just wrapping them by hand. Alright, so then once they're all wrapped like that, then I just put them in the cello bag. Just on the floor for a minute. Then I just put them in the cello bag with the blue curly ribbon. I actually made some tags. Made some tags that I'm just gonna stick on the top here. Don't tell me I'm out of staples. Let me see here. No, there's some. Why they're not coming out. Let me get my other gun. I'm sorry. Stapler, where are you? Here's when I want it. I cannot find it. So I guess it's sticking. Seems to be one stuck in here, that's why. Let's see now. Alright. Should work. So I'm just gonna stick the tag on here like so. There we go. So the tag actually says, "From Heather's shower to yours, thank you for attending. It was a hoot." With the little owl. And then on the back of the tags, it says it says Lathers and Lace Soap Company, my phone number, lathersandlacesoapcompany.etsy.com, soap favors for any occasion, owl soap favors, and the ingredients: mango butter, shea butter, cocoa butter, glycerin soap base, fragrance oil, and mica colors, and how many ounces. They're actually a little over 3 ounces, almost 3.5. So, yeah, so that's the tags. And then I make a big sign, a big 8.5 by 11 sign that I put in a frame. And the sign is just going to say, "Please take a favor." You know, it'll have the big owl on it. And it'll say, "Please take a favor, a soap favor on your way out. And thank you for attending Heather's bridal shower." You know, something to that effect. And then these will all be put in a beautiful basket with the curly paper inside, and around the handle of the basket I'll put like a nice ribbon or something, probably like a white tulle, or if I can find a nice blue ribbon. And that's how I'm giving it to the woman. I usually just do the favors, but if they want the basket display and the sign to go with it, I charge an extra $10. Because I get a lot of my baskets at the thrift store for like $1, $2. But you know, then you got to make up the sign and the curly paper and the ribbon and the picture frame I get from the Dollar Tree. So, you know, it adds up. So I'm not really making any money on that part. But it just looks nice when it's set up on the table. And it just displays your product better. Because I've made beautiful favors for people and seen them just throw them on the table, like I was horrified. Like, oh my god, like that's all the hard work I did making them, and that's how you put them on the table. Like, it was horrible. So that's why you know, I say, I'm gonna cut that kind of crooked. That's why I say, you know, if you'd like the display along with it, you know, it's an extra $10. And people usually go for the display because they don't want to have to deal with it themselves. And so it works out good. I get an extra $10, and my stuff is displayed real pretty. So that's how I did my painted owl soaps. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. I just wanted to make this quick little video. As you can see, I have a lot of these to wrap and a couple more to make. And yeah, so that's how they're coming out. And hope you learned a little something. Like I said, you can do painting on your soaps by mixing the mica with some glycerin. I just paint right on it, and they come out good. And just make sure that you wrap it real nice and tight with the saran before you put it in the cello bag, and it'll stay perfect. All right, well, everyone, thanks for watching Arlene's Creations. I appreciate it. My next video that I'm gonna do is probably going to be the Hypertufa planter. I'm waiting for it to get a little bit nicer out, and I was waiting to get this order done, so this will be done by tonight. Maybe over the weekend I can go outside and mix some cement and do another Hypertufa planter and show you how I do that. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please like, please share, and please hit that notification bell. And everybody have a great day, and make some nice painted glycerin soaps. Mother's Day is coming up. Easter's coming up. You could do some really pretty Easter glycerin soaps with Easter eggs, and you can paint with pink and yellow and lavender and a pale green. So there's a lot that you can do with painting your soaps with mica. All right? So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.